Bip Bam?
Bip Bam.
How are you guys doing?
I think it's still live. There we go.
We're live.
Yay.
Hello guys, how's it going? I'm still over here.
Yes. Get close.
But no, welcome guys to another Coffee with the Coaches. I don't think any of us have coffee right now, but we have a ton of supplements in front of us because that's the topic of the day.
I have a little bit of water.
Me too. My water's somewhere over there. I'll end up scurrying around and getting it. But before we get into the topic, if again you can't tell already, we're going to be talking all about this good stuff in front of us. A couple of announcements to make. First and foremost, on the 3rd of next month, so what is that, Easter Saturday, we are having our Easter egg hunt in here, so it's going to be a lot of fun, bringing the kiddos, bringing some cousins, bringing like whoever you want to bring in, let's make it a fun event. But we are also trying out a new flavor of our Everyday Fit, which we're going to get to a little bit later in this video. So if you want to know what it is, stick around. Also, if you did not catch the workshop that me, Coach Ariana, and Coach Sean were a part of this last Saturday, then make sure to check your emails. I'm going to be sending out some stuff today about it. It's going to have all the resources, all the information, basically everything that we use for you to have it on hand. That way you didn't miss a step. And we also have the recording in the videos inside of the VIP group and the trial member group. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. It's going to be a ton of fun. And we have a lot of plans for a lot more, but they're going to run these ones these times. So
Very excited.
just check it. But with that, I guess let's just get into it. So we're talking all about supplements today because I know that is a big, just like what do I do when it comes to your nutrition, fitness journey, and everything. I think all around everybody's just like, oh, you just gotta drink protein and then you're just gonna get big. It's
Yeah.
Like, kind of, but not really. So you want to clear the air on some of the stuff that it is. We definitely want to educate you guys on what to take, what it is that we individually take, especially from this table, and any question that you guys have. So if you're on here right now, I know we usually have the highest amount of people at the very beginning. If you're right here right now and you have a question, drop it, all right? Drop the question in the comments down below. That way we can see it, we can answer them, and we can be right there with you. Because the best way to learn is when it's on the spot and you can interact with us. So let's really get into it. So I guess, Coach Gus, I'll let you take the handlebars right now. Like, what supplements do you take on a day-to-day basis or like a weekly basis per se?
So to start right away, I do want to say, guys, that in the past, just for those of you who, because I know some of us don't know, or there's a lot of people who don't know what to take, or they're trying to take different things and they see certain logos that are like, oh my God, that works, or maybe that's what I want, or whatever. And so we grab it, we get it, and we take it without knowing actually, if it's actually beneficial or it's just all marketing. So I know I used to do that a lot. I used to want to gain weight so bad, and I got like a bunch of mass gainers. I spent like over like so much money, ridiculous. Yeah, it was just too much, and it was loaded with sugar, guys, like too much, and it was just like really unhealthy, and it wasn't doing anything for me. I never seen any results. I never seen what I wanted to get out of it, and like Coach Valencia just said right now, we think protein, we want to get big, and that's what we're going to take, right? So it didn't work that way for me. As you can see, I'm not big at all. But I usually take, I have the frosted vanilla, I believe it's called, right?
Yes,
the frosted vanilla. That's the one that I have from here, and I also take the golden, what was it called again? Golden Standard?
Gold Standard Way.
Gold Standard Way. That's the one that I usually take every single day. And for me, I take it every morning. I usually just take it once a day, unless I need to get more protein in my body, and I didn't do so with my meals. That's when I'll take it. But I try to consume my protein from my actual food. But every morning for breakfast, if I'm coming in here right in the morning to get like an early AM sesh, like at 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning, when I wake up right away, what I do is I get 1 scoop of protein, I add oatmeal in my blender, water, a banana, and then I blend it all together, and I drink it usually every morning before I eat, before I come here. That way I have something to fuel off of. I know some people can do it without food or without anything in their stomach, but I know I can't. I feel like I'll pass out if I do. I need something to fuel off of. That's just me. But I mean, some people don't, so that's completely fine too. You can also take it after your workouts, guys. I don't take it after I eat. After my workouts though, I have my breakfast. So it's kind of like a little balance right there, but I try not to take too much protein because again, I like to consume it from my food. I like to get all the nutrients that I can from my food instead of just taking it off of powder. But that is what it's for. Sometimes if you don't have the time or you can't consume it from your food, then you just take protein because it's obviously easier. It's going to be there. It's going to be beneficial, and you're going to get the nutrients you need from it. So that's a little bit of what I do as far as every morning. If I do not have enough, like I said, throughout the day, I'll take one before, in the evening before I go to bed, maybe like around 7-ish, 8-ish. I'll take one, my last one, the same exact way. It'll either be 1 cup of oatmeal or half a cup, but it is always the same way like that. Every now and then I like to get creative, and I really love to add spinach and kale and frozen fruits in there. It's amazing. The change of the change you'll see within a week of just doing that, guys, is going to be so huge. Like you'll have so much more energy. You'll be like woke. You won't even need coffee, to be honest. And I haven't done it for like a couple weeks now, so I've seen the difference. And it's only because I'm getting lazy, guys. So don't do what I'm doing. To be honest, that's why. But I'm gonna. I already bought my spinach and kale, and I'm gonna start getting back into it. So adding veggies is really good. Adding spinach and kale is amazing. You won't taste it if you add the fruits in there. So I know it sounds like it won't taste good, but actually if you add the fruits, you won't even taste it. But yeah, what about you guys?
Perfect. We got a couple things. First off, Monica says hi from Mexico. So nice. And then also Christina said that one of the things that I've always heard, or one of the things that I can't read right now. One of the things I have always had a concern of is taking protein will make me gain weight when I'm trying to lose weight. So that is a common misconception out there. Think of it as anything. Like protein is just is part of your macro system. You have your carbs, your fats, your proteins. You're gonna eat that, you're gonna consume that. But if you break it down even further, protein is it's also just calories. We're going the weight loss process in a way. So when it comes to that, eat your protein. You want to hit a certain mark of protein that's around 1 gram of protein for every pound of lean mass you have. And when you hit that mark, it's going to actually help you lose weight because you're going to gain muscle mass, and the more muscle mass you have, the more calories you naturally burn throughout the day. So protein isn't bad in the sense that it's going to make you gain weight. Now, if you're eating your calories and then deciding to have like 3 protein scoops on top of it that are 100 calories each, and then you go over your calories, 300 by 300 calories, then you'll start to, you're not going to start to drop weight just because you're over on your total calories. But as long as you're still in that calorie deficit, so underneath whatever it is, say we're at 2,000 calories for our day, and we're at, we eat 1,800, and that's with our protein, then you're perfectly fine. But no need to like overcomplicate it. Just as long as your calories are lower, you're burning more calories than you're eating in a day, perfectly fine.
Yeah, I try to stay within the protein that I take. I don't go over my calories to just make it really just extra simple, guys. I log my protein in, and it's within my calories with my food, my protein. It's all included there. I don't pass my calories, so you're not going to gain weight at all. As long as you stay within your number, including your protein. So you're logging your protein in, and it's going to add up, and all those numbers are going to add up. So by the end of the day, you should still meet your number, and you should not pass just because you're taking protein. It's just part of your meal, of that day. So don't worry about like gaining. I don't think that's not going to happen unless you want it to happen.
Yeah, unless that's the goal.
Yeah.
You gotta like seek for it.
Yeah.
So,
my turn. Alright. I definitely want to try that with my protein because I don't like just drinking protein with like milk or water. I like to make it like a shake, and that seems a lot more, I want to switch it up because usually I would put a banana, peanut butter, ice, almond milk with my scoop of protein and blend that up because I'll almost do it as a meal replacement for the morning because I don't like having a lot on my stomach in the morning, especially running around and working out. I like to keep it light. So I'll do that, and that usually helps me stay fulfilled But I definitely want to try because I feel like it's important to get your greens in your vegetables and fruits as well. But now, so I haven't been having my protein so much in the morning. I've been having it after my workout at night, and I've just been doing that same thing with the peanut butter, blending it with almond milk and ice, and then my super protein. And I've been using the chocolate one. Which is awesome because you do have to be careful. Like they were saying, my dad actually got a weight gainer a while back and it was full of bad things, and he ended up just putting on a lot of like excess weight. So I definitely like steered him clear of that because sometimes you just have to be careful, and it's better to go with cleaner products like these that you know are safe and filled with good ingredients. Other than like protein supplements that I have, I like to stick to the Everyday Energy. I have that, a scoop of that every morning, especially when we're doing the 4:30 a.m. stuff. It helps me just like get right into focusing, waking up, feeling energized. I always talk about it because it's always super important to me that these do not make me feel jittery or like how other pre-workouts have made me feel in the past. So I definitely recommend trying that. And then I also do Everyday Fit, which helps me drink my water because I like to, with my dinner and stuff like that, I like to drink my water, but also sometimes I want a little bit more flavor. So I typically will throw that in, with some water and some ice if I want more flavor with my meal. Other than that, I don't take any other supplements besides a wellness shot here and there, which are awesome and they taste really good.
Those are delicious.
Yes, they are delicious. And everybody's been talking about how we've been mixing things together and playing around with all kinds of different flavors.
You gotta play around with it. Like
Yeah.
that's no joke. Like still my favorite mix is as a flavor, as a pure flavor, the black cherry. I can't speak to it. I'm just hungry. The black cherry pre-workout, it's not. I prefer the kiwi strawberry way more. I'm not. It's just that tart, bitter taste, and I don't like it that much. But if you don't enjoy that one, but you like the passion fruit Everyday Fit, mix those two together. It is now my favorite drink. It is now my favorite drink. Like one that I used to just try to avoid when it was open here. I'm like, okay, let's put it all together. Boom, a 32-ounce cup, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So mix and match. Have your own fun and concoction. But speaking of mixing things up, guys, I think we got a new flavor that we're supposed to mix up.
Oh my God, yes, it's so exciting, guys. We have the ultimate Everyday Fit margarita mix right here, guys.
Delicious.
So exciting right here. Yes, so for those of you margarita lovers, we do have a new healthier mix for you, low carb right here, guys. I know that other stuff that they sell like at Target, Walmart,
It's high carb.
super high on carbs, super high sugar, like it's just unnecessarily, like high for no reason. Well, now you have your Everyday Fit margarita mix right here, guys. So make sure you guys get one. We're doing on the 3rd, on Easter Hunt Day, guys, we're doing a tasting of this supplement right here. So if you guys are interested in knowing how it tastes, come to the studio. We're gonna do an ultimate tasting right here. It's gonna be awesome. You can even if you don't drink actual alcohol, you can even still do just virgin margaritas right here with this one, and you'll still get to enjoy the same flavor, the same margarita with just low carbs and just a healthier way. And it's hydrating as well, right?
Yes,
it's hydrating.
So we'll do the opposite.
Yes, it will do the opposite.
To put it in perspective, I just pulled up a nutrition label. This has 0 grams of sugar and net carbs. I pulled up the Jose Cuervo mix. It is 28 grams of carbs per 4 ounces. So
4 ounces, that's just a shot, right?
Yeah, that's like a splash.
Just a shot.
Wow.
That's just a shot right there. So you clearly, if you think about how much you fill up the glass of that, I mean, it's a lot. And you're not just putting a shot of that Jose Cuervo mix right there. You're actually filling it up pretty high and then adding the liquor in there. So unless you're putting more liquor than that. But even then, it's still too high. So this is definitely a best alternative, guys. I can't wait to try it. I'm super excited about this. I know it's gonna taste amazing.
So come in for our Easter celebration and try it.
Taste it out, yeah.
This is gonna be awesome, guys. Also, something I did want to say before we go on. I know for the New Year, New You challenge, you guys are supposed to be adding 100 calories, guys. onto your what you already have each week, well, this is 100 calories right here. So if you take one, that's adding 100 calories to what you're already doing, so you don't have to stress too much about adding another meal or adding more rice, more beans, whatever. 100 calories right here, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just if you don't want to cook more.
That's
Good
perfect.
point, yeah. Good
That's
point.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess on to me now. So I've tried every single supplement we've had in here. I've tried, I think there's only like 1 or 2 flavors of the Everyday Fit that I haven't tried. I still, for whatever reason, I've never tried the lemon lime one. I don't know. It hasn't been fate. But I meticulously have like everything the way that I want it and take it at like the times of the day that I need it. Right now, I don't think we've mentioned caffeine too much, aside from you taking pre-workout in the morning. I have what you would call a mild caffeine addiction. Every single time I'd like come in, take pre-workout, take an energy drink, So I've been like waxing off of it progressively, and I feel perfectly fine. I don't really feel like there's been a difference, but I've been like wanting to reintroduce the everyday energy back into my life because I like that. I like it less for like, oh, it's time to work out, it's time to do that, and more for when I sit down, like focus, have that tunnel vision, let's get things done, kind of thing. So I love taking the, like I said, the everyday energy, the black cherry flavor with the passion fruit everyday fit, because it's just like this sweet juice. I can take 1 scoop of each and I feel very focused, very clear. I don't feel like I'm drinking my water. It has that taste, so it doesn't feel like I'm drinking water, so I tend to drink it a little bit quicker and then to get more. So I love having that mix as more of my focus go-to drink. Rather than like grabbing a coffee from Starbucks for like, $5-6, this is gonna end up being like $1 if you cut it, if you have it once a day, it's gonna end up being $1. So it saves you money there too. That's also another really big thing to consider. I'm a very big vitamins and fish oil guy. I take my vitamins every single morning, like on the dot. If I don't take it on the dot, I bring it with me and take them. Just filling in all those tiny gaps. Like I already know with my diet, I'm very simple with everything because I hate to cook. I'll always say that I'm not the best cook, but I know that I need to fill in those things. So when we take our multivitamins, it comes with literally everything that we would need from it throughout our day. That way, if we miss something, if we're not, if we're missing our B12 because we decided not to have steak, if we're missing some of our calcium because we're not getting it in, this is gonna have all of that. That way you don't have to stress about it, because of course, having your calories and your macros, however you're doing it, is extremely important because we wanna hit that top end, but we gotta still hit our bottom end, all those little things and not let them slip through the cracks, because that makes us feel the same amount of, tired, brain fog, not clear, just like overall, just kind of like you're missing a step in your walk. So multivitamins. And multivitamins have some omega-3s in it, but still, if you're gonna take, you want omega-3s, unless you're eating like 3 pounds of salmon a day, by all means live your life. If you're not, then fish oils, omega-3s. We produce omega-6s in our system, which actually can result in toxins and higher cortisol levels, so our stress levels and stuff like that. But by taking omega-3s, it helps with overall heart health, brain health, and just organ health. So you want to make sure that you take a couple of these each day, or whatever the serving size is, depending on the capsules. I like these ones because they don't taste like fish. They don't have that oily aftertaste in them. If you take just like the regular ones from the supermarket, they're gonna have that like little like taste and tinge to it, and you wonder why you take it every single morning and suffer for 30 minutes. These don't make you feel like that. It's just a regular capsule. You take it, you're done with it. There's no other residual. Protein I take 1 to 3 times a day, depending on what I'm doing. Right now, my workouts and my training is gonna like skyrocket compared to what I've been doing. So I'm taking a little bit more protein per day, and I try to do it after each workout when I know that I really need it. Because I get a good amount of protein in with just the food that I eat. And again, like supplements are meant to supplement the things that we are not getting in. So if you're hitting all your marks, by all means, like you don't need to take any of these. But if you're missing them, which I think is the vast majority of people is, including me, including us, these are very important to make sure that we're filling in all those gaps. So I'll take protein either for breakfast, usually in protein oats. If I'm gonna have it as a quick shake, I have, like, mass gainers are trash. If you're taking a mass gainer, very, very likely that it's garbage. It's usually just filled with fillers, sugars, empty carbs, a lot of other stuff, and then whatever the protein goal that it says it is. So I make my own mass gainer. Basically, what I'll do is I'll get 2 scoops of protein, 4 raw eggs, like a fistful of spinach, a cup of like blueberries, a cup of blackberries, a cup of oats, a little bit of honey, and then whatever else I really feel like doing in the moment, like a banana, and I blend that all together. And it's like I have one of those. What is it called?
Chunky.
Yeah, no, because I have one of those the Ninja blenders,
Oh.
the big ones. Bro, if you have a Ninja blender, by far the most like the greatest thing ever.
I've actually
because
gonna purchase one of those. Yeah.
dude, yeah, because like that big shake, if I try to make it like the little like oyster ones or whatever, like it would be chunky and it would probably be gross. But this is like a gallon of just liquid.
Nice.
So that's like my healthier weight gainer. But again, like that single drink is like 700 calories. So if that's not your goal,
Yeah.
it's mine.
Yeah.
But then also the wellness shots, absolutely delicious. Little bit of a warning before you take it. Make sure that you open the packet and breathe to the side. It has cayenne pepper in it, so if you just like breathe it in directly, it's like you're breathing in like pepper. So just take that with a grain of salt. I have a video somewhere in like the archives of Facebook where I open it and I just like take a second. But immune system, making sure that you're taking care of like again like a whole spectrum. I take that for your immune system to make sure that I'm feeling good. Again, if you take the airborne or the emergencies or stuff like that, that has strictly the it's not citrus, the vitamin C emergency, yeah. Vitamin C, and it has like 3,000% of your vitamin C because you're trying to get it in when you're feeling a little bit, ill. The thing is, it's that, and then everything else is like empty products that don't do a whole lot for you, and it's also like 20 or like 50 calories per serving. Versus these ones, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these are 0 calorie. I think so. Yeah, this is 0 calorie. So this comes with the vitamin C that you're already gonna get, plus a lot of natural substances in it that are also gonna help you out, along with vitamin D, B12, D, like everything in there that you need, turmeric extract, and a bunch of other words. Some of them I cannot pronounce, so I'm not gonna try. But it really jumpstarts your immune system, and it helps you to fight off anything that's going to come in, and we know how important having a healthy immune system is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really take throughout the day. I think that's pretty much it, even though I like talking back, I realize it sounds like a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. The biggest thing for you guys is to find out what works best for you, and really what holes in our system are we trying to fill. Because if we're eating 110% of our protein that we should be having already, and we decide to throw in like 2 more scoops of it, like you're a little bit overdoing it with your protein. That's not a negative, it's just it might not sit well with your stomach, you gotta play with it a little bit. Same with all of these. And Coach Gus brought up a good point, like make sure that when you're taking things, like you're checking if you have allergies, you're checking if you have anything, like check in with your doctor when you're gonna take something too, just that way you know that you're good. I mean, chances are very highly that you're gonna take these and be perfectly fine, but again, like you want to make sure that if you're buying something that if you're allergic to peanuts, it doesn't have that. If you're, soy is an issue, like any of those things are an issue, that you're ready to go 100% ready, and that there's not gonna be any adverse effects when you're taking care of yourself. We got one question. When taking protein bars, is there something specific I should look for, and should I still take protein shake if I do protein bars? So, in order of importance, I would say you'd want a meal with protein as a top priority. If you can't get a meal with protein in, take a protein shake, because it's just the powdered form of it. It's strictly protein. You're good to go. If you need to take another step through an emergency, eat a protein bar. The only reason I say that is because there's some bars out there that say they have 16 grams of protein in it, and I'm gonna talk about the cookie again. All right, so I'm not gonna get too hyped up on this one, but just check the label, because if something says it's a protein cookie or a protein bar, and you look and there's 16 grams of protein, but almost 60 grams of carbs, you're eating a carb bar with protein-like tendencies. And you want to make sure that the sugar levels are low. If there's sugar alcohols in them, it's not bad. You want to make sure that they're like less than 1 to 3 grams. But yeah, I would just say kind of like follow that order. Again, like I like eating protein bars too. They're delicious and it's like a nice snack to have. But I take that more as like a midway snack when I know I don't really have anything else and I'm just trying to fill that gap between my next meal. Not just snacking on protein bars the whole day because that will jack your stomach up very fast. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely check the label, guys. There's a lot of stuff, like just with the protein, there's a lot of stuff out there that say they have protein or they have something good, but in reality, if you really look into it, it's just this much of good and then this much of bad. So definitely check into that. For me, the everyday energy, for me, I have like a huge problem with caffeine. I take it too much, and it's not because I need it, it's because I like it, which isn't a really good thing. For those of you who like are like me too, or you catch yourself just drinking coffee in the middle of the night when you're just about to go to sleep, like that isn't good for your heart, or it's good at all. Like, why are we doing that, right? So I'm trying to like weigh off of caffeine. So what I'm doing is, because I take like 4 energy drinks maybe a day, 3 being the least, or 2 sometimes maybe, but I usually always take 3 to 4 a day. 300 milligrams of caffeine right there, each one. So that's a lot, and that's not good for you. So what I'm doing right now is like I'll take 1 energy drink or maybe 2, and then I'm trying to just take the everyday energy because it's not as high on caffeine. So like, but it helps me to like weigh off from all that, and it keeps me going, or it keeps like, because once you just cut off caffeine just like that, you start having withdrawals because your body's so used to having that caffeine, and my body is definitely used to it because that's all I give it. I mean, not all I give it, but I give it to it every day, and I tried just to stop, and I just felt like really off. Like I just felt like, I don't know. I don't want to say irritated, but irritated is the word that keeps coming to my head.
It's probably irritating.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling, and again, I don't use the energy. I don't drink the energy drinks because I need that energy. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I'm drinking it because I like the flavor a lot. But because I like the flavor so much, it's so bad that I drink it too much, and it's not beneficial for my health. So that's what I'm doing, guys. If you guys are interested in cutting back on the caffeine, start cutting back with that everyday energy right there. It's gonna help you. It's low on the caffeine. It's not as high as any other pre-workouts out there that are like extremely high for no reason. And it'll give you what you need. It'll give you the upper you need and the focus you need, and it'll keep you going through the day, and you won't crash. So you guys do that if you're trying to be like me and try to cut down off from drinking so much caffeine. Yeah.
It's a lot more common of a problem than we like to like admit.
Yeah.
Well, basically, a quick run through again on everything right here. Protein helps build your muscles up, keeps you a little bit full, gets you, we break down our muscles during our workouts, so this just fills in those gaps when we break them down. Wellness shop, we're going for our immune system, building up our immune system from the inside out. Everyday energy is that boost of energy, and helps with mental clarity. So that's what you want to use for that. Everyday fit helps with hydration. It helps to keep your body moving. I always say that water is like the oil of the car, so you want to make sure that you're rigging it so everything's moving properly and that you feel well. The ageless greens, which I don't think we got to quite yet, but essentially, you take 1 scoop of that, it's like having 3 pounds of veggies. So you want to make sure that you get that for overall wellness. Because I know veggies is a big point that I tend to miss a lot. I just tend to neglect it, don't think too much of it. So try that out. Multivitamin and fish oil, which I highly recommend you take them together, not just one, try it out and then the other. Just overall filling in those really tiny gaps in your system for any of the vitamins and minerals you're missing, and your omega-3s if you're not hitting them with your diet regularly. And I think that's it.
One thing also that I want to add to the multivitamins and the fish oil, guys, don't just take them one day, 1 week. You have to at least take them for at least 30 days, guys, to feel like the difference, to give it like a real actual shot, take it for that amount of time so you can notice the difference, because 1 or 2 weeks is not enough time. That's like anything you do in your life. Like one or 2 weeks is not enough time to know if you were gonna want it or like it or see results or not. You need to give it a good amount of time. So if you're gonna take these vitamins, guys, make sure you're taking it for a good amount, not just one day. You're being consistent with it. It's extremely important for your health and for you to see those results, or for you to see a change or notice it. You need to take it for more than just 1 or 2 weeks, or you have to take it for at least a month. I recommend to take it for that long, just so you can see the difference, and then decide if you want to keep taking it or not, which I'm pretty sure you're going to want to keep taking it afterwards, after seeing how you feel and the difference that it makes in your day-to-day life. So yeah,
That's it. Consistency is key. I don't know what else there is to say.
Yes,
make
sir.
it part of your routine. Theme of the week, routine.
Absolutely. So I think that pretty much wraps everything up. Any last words, guys?
Actually, me and Ariana have
Yeah.
an announcement, guys. We did make a video a couple Sundays ago.
I believe it was the Sunday before the last. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple Sundays ago.
Yeah, a couple Sundays.
It's, we were introducing a supplement Sunday, guys. So we'll try to get one. We actually are going to get one this Sunday. It's going to be specifically on protein, on our protein right here, and our vegan protein. So we're going to go on make a video and just talk about in depth about this protein, about the vegan protein, about why we take it, why you should take it, the benefits, and what happens when you don't take it, and just go really in depth with it, and give you guys a little bit more of an insight on our products here. And if you guys have any questions, just let us know. If there's any videos that you guys want us to make, let us know. We're gonna make them for you guys, and we just want to get you all that knowledge you need and get you prepared and set for for you to slay your workouts, your day, and your life.
Yeah, the last one we made was on everyday energy and everyday fit, so you guys can go check that out on Facebook. But yeah, any questions you guys have, just drop them so we can continue making those videos every single Sunday.
Yes.
Be on the lookout.
All right. I think that pretty much wraps up today. So let's go ahead. Let's put our hands. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead. Put our hands in. Let's get a family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family! Take care, Bim Bam.